everybody, and welcome back to movie Warzone. We are back here into round 2 with two guys who are no longer rookies, no longer making their debut. They're both veterans, and they are ready to move on in the tournament. With me tonight, filling in the co-hosting chair, is Ryan Permison. Ryan, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm doing well, good sir. Thank you once again for having me on the answer desk. I'm very happy to be here. It's good to see some of these younger talents coming in here. They've already made an impact in their debuts. Looking forward to seeing what they do going forward. So this ought to be a really good match.
All right, I'm going to try and not take that as an insult that I'm an older talent. I think you're making fun of my age. Maybe I'm just used to Kaleb doing it all the time. Who knows? But like we said, we got two guys in here. Antonio Chavez, who beat Harley Boric in his first match, and Ethan Beller, who made huge waves, taking out the #1 seed Jake Marangoni in one of the best matches we've had here in a long, long time. But let's see how these guys feel about tonight's match in their promos.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be here for my second match ever, pretty much, at least one-on-one. I went into this tournament with no expectations, and I somehow made it out of round 1 against Jake. Put up an amazing fight. It was a great match. So I'm going to keep going forward with no expectations, but definitely feel more comfortable, more confident, and I'm excited to play Antonio. You know, his first match with Harley was great for him, and I'm excited to see what he can do for me too.
So yeah, I'm excited to be here too. Just hope to keep making this deep run. I did see Ethan's last match, and I gotta say, I think this is gonna be a really good one. I'm a little bit intimidated, but listen, I gotta give the guys props, and I just gotta keep being confident. I feel like I can beat him, but I know it's not gonna be easy. So I know it's gonna be a good one, and that we entertain everybody.
My thoughts exactly. I'm just excited to have Antonio in this match. I have faith in my guy. I'm backing him 100%, and it's gonna be an all-out brawl, but I know Antonio's going to come out on top of this.
All right, two guys who are very respectful of their opponents and very reasonably so, because both these guys, like I said, they both did great jobs. These are two of the best new talents we've seen around. Joe Harrison showing up tonight as Antonio's manager, I'm saying, but he again was pretty respectful, which is more than we can say about some of the managers around here, but I won't get into that. Ryan, how are you feeling about the promos?
Yeah, I feel good. This is going to be a good match. Looking forward to seeing what these two new competitors bring to the table. So looking forward to it. Let's get this thing rolling.
All right. So without further ado, let's get this match started with our proper introductions. Introducing first, with a record of 1 win and 0 losses, and part of the Real Deal team is Antonio Chavez. And introducing second, also with now a record of 1 win and 0 losses, representing the team Cult Classics, it is Ethan the Big Easy Beller.
Let's do it.
All right, and with that, we're going to get into round 1. Round 1 works like you all already know it works. There are going to be 8 questions worth 1 point each. If you get them all right, you will get a 9th bonus question, also worth 1 point. Answer on whiteboards, and there are no steals available in round 1. Any questions before we get started?
No, sir.
I'm good.
All right. Then, Ryan, why don't you get us started with question 1?
Alrighty, here we go in this matchup. Gentlemen, good luck to you both. Here we go. First question comes in the category of classics. What actor appeared in the films The Misfits, Mutiny on the Bounty, and It Happened One Night?
We forgot to tell the competitors that every question here will be from before 1950. No, just kidding. If so, Kaleb would be mad if he wasn't here to give all the questions. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
All right, let's get some answers. Go to Ethan first. What do you got?
Clark Gable.
Alrighty, and Antonio.
Just a guess. Ernest Borgnine.
Sorry, that's incorrect. We were actually looking for Clark Gable, so Ethan got that point. Alrighty, back to you at the desk for question number 2.
All right, moving on to question 2, and just a reminder to both competitors, you do get 3 repeats for the whole match and 1 challenge if you need it. Question 2 comes in the category of horror movies. What is the subtitle of A Nightmare on Elm Street 5?
One of those franchises that has numerous sequels.
Yeah, when you can say number 5 and you're still like 2 or 3 from the end, it's just saying quite a bit.
Yeah.
And 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right. First repeat for Antonio.
Okay.
In the category of horror, what is the subtitle of Excuse me. What's the subtitle of A Nightmare on Elm Street 5?
Why can't they just stick with numbers? Why does it have to be subtitles in all these movies?
5, 4.
The MCU is trying to confuse us.
1. Markers down. I'm going to start this time with Antonio.
The Dream Warriors.
And Ethan? Ethan?
So, sorry, I froze up. Freddy's Dead.
Oh, you guys named 3 and 6. Number 5 is
6.
The Dream Child. The Dream Child.
Yeah.
No perfect
I
rounds.
thought I had 6, yeah.
The Dream Child. Anywho. All right, gentlemen, your next question comes in the category of family films. Family films. What is the name of Giselle's chipmunk companion in Enchanted?
This is a movie I did not see when it first came out, but when I finally watched it, I really loved it.
Yep, I saw it in the theater. I enjoyed it. It has its charm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
All right, let's go to Antonio. What do you got on this one?
Squeaker. I don't know.
And Ethan.
Chippy.
Ooh, I am so sorry. You are both incorrect. The answer we were looking for was Pip. Pip. P-I-P. Didn't happen that time. Moving on to your next question. Brian, back to you with the disc.
Right. Yeah, round 2, definitely the stakes are a bit bigger, but so are the questions. But there's still only 1 point lead. So we're still doing all right. In category 4, which is Oscars, what is the only John Carpenter film to receive an Academy Award nomination?
Ooh, fascinating. I need to watch more of this person's work.
I've watched too much of it. I gotta admit, this is going to be a hot take. A lot of people are not going to like me for it, but I am not a fan.
Oh,
4,
I need to see more.
2, 1. Markers down. We'll start with Antonio.
I said Escape from New York.
And Ethan?
You hurt me, Brian. That's Starman.
It is Starman.
Damn.
A film I've never seen. Mark that down for something else I got to watch somewhere down the line. Anywho, your next question comes in the category of sports. Category of sports movies. In what film does Miles Teller play a boxer determined to get back in the ring after a near-fatal car crash?
You ever thought of taking up boxing, Ryan?
Yes, I have. There's a lot of anger and aggression I need to get out, so I might as well take up boxing.
But you don't get to have your lightsaber, sorry.
That is true. I still have my Maverick V3 saber from Wonder Force. What up, guys? Great job.
Markers down.
And all right, let's go to Ethan.
Is it Bleed for This?
And Antonio.
Just a guess. Unbroken.
Sorry, that's incorrect. It was actually Bleed for This.
Damn.
So Ethan's got that one under control.
Right. Category 6 is in the realm of comedy.
Yes. Ha.
Somebody had to do it. Who plays Sean's stepfather, Philip, in Shaun of the Dead?
This film has a huge following.
I love this movie.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment or speculate.
I had to watch it again not too long ago for one of those Full Metal matches where they have the deep cuts rounds, and this was one of them. So I had to take copious notes on it.
Oh,
5, 4,
that's
3,
cool.
2, 1. Didn't even get used, but I don't mind watching it again. All right, let's start with Antonio.
I hate his last name. Is it Bill Nye or Nighy?
And Ethan?
Bill Nye.
That is correct. That is correct. You even spelled it right. Both of
All
you.
right, cool.
All right.
Gee whiz. All righty. Your next question comes in the category of, I believe is it sci-fi? Am I reading that right?
Yes.
Okay, sci-fi. I want to make sure I was on the right one. All right. Next question comes in the category of sci-fi. Sci-fi. What musician appears in 1992's Free Jack as a mercenary pursuing Emilio Estevez?
A little bit of a deeper cut. Although Ethan
my
did go right to his
goodness.
board, so he may know
This
it.
is this even sounds like a deep.
It's not what I would
Jeez.
call a good movie.
I don't think I don't think I've heard of this.
5, 4,
Yeah, I've
3,
never heard of it.
2, 1. Also starring Rene Russo and Anthony Hopkins, of all people.
Good Lord, what a stacked cast. Even so, let's go to Ethan on this one. Ethan, what do you got?
Thank you. How did this get made? Mick Jagger.
And Antonio.
I went a whole nother way. Meatloaf.
Not a bad
that's
guess.
incorrect. We were actually looking for Mick Jagger.
That is not a bad guess at all. All right, and your final question for this round, as there are no perfect rounds, your final question will come in recent releases.
Mhm.
In what 2018 film will you find the character Baroque Bulsara? This is one of those I think people are going to kick themselves when they hear the answer, but
Yeah.
it is a little bit of a tricky one.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to say
5,
anything without spoiling
4,
it.
3, 2, 1. Markers down. Antonio?
Alita Battle Angel.
And Ethan.
I went with Solo, a Star Wars story.
I'm sorry, Farouk Bulsara went on to change his name to Freddie Mercury. The answer is
Oh
Bohemian
my
Rhapsody.
God.
A little Bohemian Rhapsody, gentlemen. Good call. Sorry,
So
I
at
had to throw
the
it out.
end of round 1, I have Antonio with 1 point, Ethan with the lead with 5 points. Is that what you have, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
All right, so only a 4-point difference at the end. Antonio struggled a little bit there, but like I said, as the tournament goes on, the questions do get a little bit harder.
Mhm.
So we're going to move on to round 2. Round 2 is, of course, our wheel round. We will have a wheel with 10 categories on it, 8 categories plus spinners and opponent's choice. You get to spin the wheel. If you do not like what it lands on, you may spin again, but you'll be stuck with your second spin. The questions are worth 2 points. If you'd like, you can go to multiple choice, which changes it down to 1 point, and steals are available. So, Ethan, with a 4-point lead, you get to choose if you'd like to go first or defer to Antonio.
I will defer.
All right, so Antonio will be spinning first. I'm going to bring my wheel up on the screen.
I can put my board down now, right?
Yeah, you don't need your board to answer. Okay, so your categories on the wheel for today are Resident Evil franchise, MCU, comedy, 90s movies, movie release dates, written by Charlie Kaufman, Quentin Tarantino, Christmas in July, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice. All right, so Ethan, Antonio's going first, correct?
Yep.
Antonio, this is your first spin.
All right.
All right. Spin is in, as they say.
Comedies.
Spin again.
Spinning again. You will be stuck with whatever this lands on this time. And it lands
Risk it
on
all. What is that?
movie release dates.
Okay.
Movie release dates. Okay, so Antonio, I will read your questions
Movie release dates.
if I can find them. All right, your first question in the category of movie release dates. What year saw the release of the classic comedies The Nutty Professor and It's a Mad, 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 Mad World? Answer or repeat or multiple choice in 5, 4, 3.
1960.
That is incorrect. Ethan, would you like to try to steal?
1962.
Ah, so close, so close. 1963 is the correct answer. 63. Question 2 in movie release dates. Alien vs. Predator, that'd be the first one, was released in what year?
2004.
2004 is correct for 2 points.
That is correct.
Question 3. What year did 2 John Landis films, Into the Night and Spies Like Us, come out?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, 1983, B, 1985, C, 1986, or D, 1988?
'85.
85 is correct for 1 point. Question 4 in movie release dates. What year saw the release of Looper?
$2012.
2012 is correct for 2 points. And your last question, movie release dates. What year saw the release of a film in the Mighty Ducks, Home Alone, and Muppet franchises?
This is a great question.
Sorry?
1990.
That is incorrect. Ethan, would you like to try to steal?
93.
Brooklyn Vail it again. 1992. 1992.
Almost went with 2, of course.
So Antonio pulling out of that round with 5 points, but he didn't give up any steals. Ethan did not get any points off of his. So we are going to go over to Ethan for his chance on the wheel. Let me bring that up. Okay, Ethan, this is your first spin. MCU.
Spin again.
Staying away from the strength of Antonio.
Spinning away from the Infinity Saga.
Written by Charlie Kaufman.
All right.
Goodness.
So, Ryan, if you'd like to read those questions for Ethan.
Yep. As soon as I pull them up here, let me see. Here we go. Got him. Column number 2. Got it. All right. My goodness gracious. This is a category I never thought I'd see. Written by Charlie Kaufman. Or no, some other guy. Anyway, wrong impression. Anywho, your first question in the category of written by Charlie Kaufman is, in adaptation, what is the name of the script that Donald writes?
The 3.
That is correct for 2 points. Alrighty. All right, question number 2. Who voices Michael Stone in Animalicia?
David Thewlis.
What was that, Brian? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
David Thewlis.
That is correct for 2 points as I butcher that name. Sorry, moviegoers. All right, your next question. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind is about what TV game show host?
Chuck Barris.
Once again, that is correct for 2 points. All right, next question. How many films written by Kaufman has Catherine Keener had a role in?
3.
That is correct for another 2 points. Man, this guy's like a seesaw. Where'd you find this kid? All right. Anywho, your final question in this category of written by Charlie Kaufman is thus. What is the name of the film that Kate Winslet's Clementine hires to erase her memories in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
The name of the firm, not the film.
Name of the firm, excuse me, yeah.
Lacuna Inc.
I don't know where you find this kid, but that is correct again for 2 points, and that is a great film, too. What up, people? Great film. I just saw it a few months ago. It's awesome.
Ethan, showing why he picked that as a strength, got all 10 points in round 2. At the end of round 2, I have the score of Ethan 15, Antonio 6. Is that what you have, Ryan?
I had 5, but I guess I must have missed one. But yeah,
you got 5 points in round 2, and you had 1 from round 1. That's what I had.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, I may have missed one. All right, cool. Yeah, 15-6 sounds about right. Why not?
Still, that is not a knockout. We are going to be moving on to round 3. Anything can happen, although Antonio is going to have some work to do to try and catch up. And in round 3, it's what we call our Pick Your Poison round. We are going to have 6 categories for our players to choose from. They get to choose which one they want for their 1-point, 2-point, 3-point, and 4-point questions. And their categories they have to choose from tonight will be scores and soundtrack, 90s movies, movie quotes, Stanley Kubrick, Westerns, and 2000s. We're going to give our players a chance to choose what they want, and we'll be right back after this. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Our players have had a chance to pick the categories they would like. Antonio has chosen scores and soundtracks for 1 point, Stanley Kubrick for 2, movie quotes for 3, and 90s movies for 4. Whereas Ethan has gone with Stanley Kubrick at 1 point, movie quotes for 2, 90s movies for 3, and 2000s movies for 4 points. All right, here's where we stand. The score is currently 15-6. Antonio needs to make up some serious ground. He can only miss out on 1 point and still have a chance to tie this. So we'll see how this goes. Ryan, you want to read him his questions?
Yes, sir. Good luck to both competitors as we head into round number 3. And here we go. So, Antonio, your first question is going to come in the category of scores and soundtracks. This is your 1-pointer. So here we go. Who sings "The Heartbreaking My Heart Will Go On" from Titanic?
Celine Dion.
That is correct for a point.
Oh, such a 1-point question.
Mm-hmm. All right. See if I can find that other one.
We're going to stick with Antonio through all his questions, I believe, because he has to get in the lead before we go to Ethan.
Yes, sir. Just making sure I got. Let me see. Okay, got it. All right, your next question comes in the category of Stanley Kubrick, and this is going to be your 2-point question. Here we go. Kubrick received his first Best Director nomination for what film?
"2001: Space Odyssey."
And your winner, and moving on to round 3 of the singles tournament, is Ethan, the Big Easy Beller. The correct answer was Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. All right, so that was a hell of a match. Brian, why don't you take us into our post-match interviews?
Alrighty, we are heading into our post-match interviews here on this matchup. I want to first go over to our winner tonight. Let's go to Ethan. Ethan, you came, you saw, you pretty much proverbially conquered this mountain. My gosh, what a performance you gave tonight. First of all, congratulations on your victory tonight. And secondly, how do you feel about your overall performance, and what are you looking forward to next as moving forward in this tournament of ours?
Well, thank you, Ryan. I feel pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I put a lot of effort into studying my strength of Kaufman in preparation for this, and when it came up on my second spin, I was very excited. I'm really excited to have made it past round 2 at this point. I mean, Antonio put up a good match, and I think that if it had gone another way with the wheel or anything, he got release dates. I got Kaufman, that could have been completely different. But I think I got a little bit lucky with that. I'm just excited to go to round 3 and to see who I'm going to be playing in that. I'm excited. I'm going to get back to studying.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thank you very much for being here. Once again, congratulations on your victory. Looking forward to seeing where you go next in this tournament. Definitely one of the bright, new, and rising stars, I would say, especially with that domination of round number 2. But we'll see how it goes from there. I'm going to go to our second place finisher tonight. Antonio, my man, I got to ask you. What's going through your mind right now? How do you feel about your performance tonight, and what are you looking forward to next? Once these tournaments have concluded and we do bring you back in the ring, what are you looking forward to the most, my man?
Just getting back into it. Ethan's very, very formidable, and I predict he might actually go all the way, like this Umbrella story. I think this might be, coming out of nowhere, surprise everybody. He stepped up. He surprised me with the Kaufman stuff. I even tried to study that. I'm just like, I don't think I could have done that. But he showed his got to give him his props. And I just hope I know I got to do better in some things and just keep on studying. I just can't wait to get back.
Yep.
Absolutely. We love that attitude. Don't let this deter you from coming back. If at first you don't succeed, try again. It's one of the sayings that's been around since, the dawn of time. But still, I digress. We wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. Looking forward to seeing you come back. Real quick, I just want to get one quick word. Is there anything that your manager over here wants to say?
Yeah, we're gonna keep getting back in it. We were a little bit late to the ball game on studying up on some stuff for this match, and I think that hurt us. So we're just gonna keep studying, keep preparing. We're not going away. Antonio, I think he's going far in this league, and we're going to make sure that he gets there.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, thank you all for joining us here tonight. Congratulations to Ethan on his victory. Antonio, look forward to seeing you come back bigger, faster, and stronger. I don't know. I heard those 3 magical words in a commercial one time, but we wish you the best of luck. Kudos to you. And Brian, back to you at the desk.
All right, yeah, that was a hell of a match, actually. I mean, Antonio had struggled in round 1, and that I think really started him off, and he had a hard time recovering from that. But we know Antonio has done very well in previous match, and he knows his stuff. So I think we're going to see big things from him in the future. Again, once the tournament's over, we'll switch to the regular season of both singles and teams because he is on a team, so we might see them around in that league. Jake, Ethan, not Jake, because.
That was a previous episode.
You'll be moving on to round 3. We actually already do know your opponent. You'll be fighting against Dustin Mason.
Wow.
Dustin is another one who's been kind of flying under the radar. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, Dustin clearly knows his stuff, but a lot of people don't really toss his name around when they talk about the potential champions. But he's been dominating his matches as well, so it's going to be a fun match to see you two face off.
Oh yeah.
But with that concludes our match for today. Let's go around and see where we can find everybody on the internet. Let's start with our winner, Ethan.
So I don't have a Twitter or anything like that. I do have an Instagram at Beller3, and I have a letterbox also, which I think is also Beller3, but I'm not sure. I'll just be playing around here and Full Metal. All
right, Antonio?
I actually just made a Twitter just so I can maybe give a shout out. You can find me at N1 or Nemesis92. Hit me up on there.
All right, Ryan.
Yes, sir. You can find me on Facebook at Ryan Permerson - Aspiring Movie Critic. Make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Just posted a picture of some pop culture memorabilia I picked up at a local flea market. You may get some nostalgia feels by looking up that Instagram. So check it out. Follow me on Letterboxd at letterboxd.com/RyanMovieBuff. I got plenty of hot takes for the millions and millions of fans of you out there to check it out on my list. All the other stuff that I'm doing. You can find me on Full Metal, Movie Warzone, all over the fan movie trivia leagues. I'm everywhere. I'm the quote, and I'm very hard to miss. I know how to electrify and entertain the millions of people out there. And also, I have history with the duster known as Dustin Mason. So, Ethan, wish you the best of luck in that match because he is no joke. But we have confidence you can do it. Back to you at the desk.
And I'm Brian Michael. You know where to find me by now. And if you haven't, then you must not want to, so I'm not going to waste your time. But I do invite everybody to check out everything else we have going on here at Multiplex. Besides our own tournament, we got Fandom. Is in the middle of their summer series as well. So make sure you check out all the great matches we have for you there. And on behalf of myself, Brian Michaels, my co-host Ryan Permerson, our winner tonight, Ethan Beller, and our unfortunate second place contender, Antonio Chavez, and of course his manager, Joe Harrison. Thanks everybody for watching today, and see you next time.